Hey, g'day, aloha, and hello everyone. Welcome to Chapter 3 of Hit Dice Heroes. We're super excited to have you all here to join us for our adventures in Wildemount. I am Alana, your DM, and I'm joined by my wonderful players. This hand, I guess if I'm pointing on the stream, we've got Nico, we've got Kiralee, Maya, and Phil. Welcome everyone. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you are most welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's like a super formal interview now. It's like, yes, thank you for joining us today.
It is.
I was thinking more that we were thanking you for like a sleeper or something, like we're at your home.
Yeah,
like,
Slumber party.
Yeah,
Slumber
thanks
party.
for having us.
Yay.
Yeah, thanks for looking after
Thanks
me.
for making dinner.
Yeah, did you thank your host? Yes, I did. All right, off the rails already. Let's go. If you are just joining us, you haven't seen the story so far, we're going to be doing a recap in just a little moment, but we are playing D&D 5th edition in the world of Wildemount using the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, which is one of the new source books that recently came out. This is our third session in the game, and yeah, we're super excited to get started. But first, just some quick announcements. Let me look at my announcements list. Here we go. So if you haven't seen throughout the past 2 weeks, we have been releasing some Meet the Character videos. So these are out now on Twitch and slowly getting uploaded to YouTube. These guys, I want to do this, but again, you guys aren't here, so I can't really do this. But these guys have a sit down and we chat together about their characters, their inspiration for them, their design process, and just get to know the characters a little bit better. No spoilers, no backstory stuff. But yeah, they're just short 15, 20, 30 minute videos that I think are a lot of fun. And you should check it out.
I feel like after mine, people know Hikari less now.
Just super vague.
Yeah.
I will say you had a lot of, no, I can't say that. No, I'm not going to say that sort of thing because of backstory. But I appreciate that. It's very in character. So if you haven't checked it out, please go have a look on our YouTube. It's still up on Twitch. But yeah, we'd really appreciate you to check them out. All right. Next announcement. So this episode may be a little bit shorter than the previous 2. We're going to try to stick to a very not strict. I don't want to say strict. I hate the word strict. But we're going to try and stick a bit better to a runtime. So yeah, just keep that in mind. There might not be a break this session. We might just kind of play through and then we'll see how we go. Play by ear. Man, I'm doing great this morning. If just one thing I wanted to point out, I'm aware of it and I'm trying to fix it. If you sometimes see a cursor flick across someone's face, I apologize. I am trying to work on that. But yeah, it's just a little something that's bugging me probably more than anyone else. But it's something I'm determined to fix. So just a little heads up. Now people, why did I even bring it up? Now people are just going to notice it.
We can turn it into a game.
Oh yeah, count the amount of times that the cursor.
You can spot the cursor.
There you go. Start getting like a stat block up. Yeah, cursor count.
Yep.
As always, our mod is Wayhamera. Tag them if you have any questions or concerns, and he can get those questions or concerns or compliments to us. But yeah, he's excellent. Please be kind to your mods and our mod. Yep. And
send him many hearts.
Yeah, send him all the hearts. He's up at the same time as I am this morning, which is not super early. But he's up on a Sunday morning helping us out, so appreciate it greatly. Thank you, Wayhamara. And then finally, Maya, would you like to say something? We just wanted to address something, so I'm going to hand over to Maya.
So obviously, the world is crazy right now in a lot of different areas. But we just wanted to make it very clear that we at Hit Dice Heroes, we stand with the folks in Minneapolis and everyone fighting right now for the Black Lives Matter movement. And we just wanted to make sure that you guys know that this is a safe space for you. We're never going to tolerate racism here. And if you want, if you've been looking for something to do, some way to help, I'm going to be putting periodically in the chat links and resources that you can follow if you're interested in donating or learning more about how you can help. I'm just going to throw that in there every once in a while in the chat while we're playing. So if you're interested in checking that out, it'll be in the chat for you guys. Yeah, we love you very much.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So with all of that
D&D.
said, yeah, D&D, yeah. One last thing I guess I will just point out, because I just noticed it then, just before we begin, just as a kind of pre-warning, I'm noticing occasionally on my end just a few little internet spikes, so all hoping that it works okay, but please just bear with us also if there are any little minor issues there, Australian NB end and all that. But without further ado, let's get started with Chapter 3 of Hit Dice Heroes.
Woo.
I'm gonna try music again. But yeah.
Music,
also, let me know if the music's still
music.
out. Okay, here we go. So, to recap last session. Oh, someone said cursor already. Oh no. To recap last session. Last chapter we saw our adventurers return to the city of Tusoa, body on shell. Having investigated the clearing and searching the bodies of the bullywugs, the group decided to return the body of Jaina to Tusoa and also bring the remains of this strange slug creature for identification. Upon their return, the party met briefly with Connor May of the Marjas Guild and Miss Tio of the Regva Guild, before being interrupted by the Marquis of Tusoa. The intimidating Marquis demanded answers for what happened, and was also as concerned as the party at the mention of this strange creature. The Marquis instructed a guard to summon 2 of the city mages to help identify the creature's remains. She thanked the party for their service and warned Connor and Miss Tio that she would be speaking with their guild owners in regards to their illegitimate activities. The party, having received payment from the 2 guild managers, made their way through the city to retire for the night at the marvellous Drunken Dunk Tavern. Here conversations were had on what to do about this slug creature and what may lay in store for the party. 1 delivery dog, 1 dancing duck, and 1 tree-climbing turtle later, the party completed a long rest in their crowded yet comfortable hammocks. In the morning, the party sought to find answers on what the creature may have been, with Solace and Gima seeking out the Marquis for clarification, only to learn that she was out. So the 2 left a note with her beleaguered assistant, while Hikari and Oleg tried to complete some research at the city library. But apart from learning that purple worms are huge and baby bullywugs are cute, they left empty-handed. Having heard the name mentioned, and then later seeing a bulletin looking for help, the party decided to seek out the mage, Mordek, who lived in Tusoa. After a brief run-in with a very streetwise cat, the party arrived at Mordek's residence, only to be greeted by joyful barks and a nervous halfling who identified themselves as Faradok Dale, Master Mordek's apprentice. It was he who had sent the job request and needed outside assistance in dealing with a slight problem. He explained that he had inadvertently activated an old security system within the master's storeroom and found himself inexplicably unable to deal with it. Having agreed, somewhat, on a payment, the party, along with Maggie the Mastiff, ventured into the storeroom, slowly making their way before being confronted by a large steel shape moving menacingly forward, demanding a code. So, you guys need to roll initiative.
Oh, right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
We're getting right into it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And we
I completely
transition.
forgot we were going into combat.
Oh yeah, starting
Oh,
straight away.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh!
Oh,
No,
good,
not
keep it
bad.
out, 'cause I didn't-
Not bad for me either.
Alright, so...
Alright.
We're getting right into it.
So, Gima, that was 20?
Yep.
No. Oh, do you have any bonuses to your initiative?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I'm a turtle.
Gotta get that. Yeah, there we go.
Oh boy.
Alright, Hikari,
Here we
what did
go.
you get?
16.
16, not bad. Oleg.
15 plus 3, 18.
Nice. Solace.
7.
Oh, Sleeman. Nice. Alright. Oh. I am using the combat tracker for D&D Beyond, and I forgot to pre-roll initiative, so here we go. I'm doing it now.
Here we go. Here we go.
So, sorry.
Roll bad.
15, 20, 18,
More than 7.
7. There we
Please.
Armor can't be
Here we go.
that fast,
Alright.
right?
First up.
Armor.
Oh, you guys need to see where you are. So, you guys had started to make your
yes.
way in. I believe, Hikari, you set off some lights to kind of illuminate the area.
Yes, my wooden block is giving off a
Yes.
torchlight-esque glow.
Oh, the one that you were carving?
Yeah.
And this is Miss Maggie. There.
She's there as well. You can...
Yes, she came in with you. So this is
Wait,
the...
can you hold it up to the camera for a second?
Oh boy. Alright.
No, the puppy.
Can you see it? There we go.
Yeah,
Oh, she has armor. She's so ready to go.
She's not currently wearing her saddle. This is the only mini I could find,
Oh,
but yes.
never mind.
That's so cool.
Alright, y'all, we can't let Maggie die.
We
Oh,
really
you know,
need
Alice is protecting that fucking dog. Oh my god.
Excellent.
I will die for Maggie.
So,
It's cool. I've got this.
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, Alex got it.
Okay, make notes. Party does not want to fight animals. Good to know. First up is Gema. What would you like to do, Gema?
Oh.
You see,
I-
this is the creature kind of moving towards you. I'll just point out this section here is just slightly raised off the ground, so you can stand on that section.
Cool.
Just in
So I
case
rolled
you want to.
20 and then I immediately forgot that would mean I would have to go first. So I was excited about the dog and not.
You know, it's completely okay.
So the one in the front like lurched.
Yes, so
Um.
it started lurching forward, and you heard it saying, like, called. It was repeating a phrase. It was saying, well, you
Okay.
understand to be code. Yeah.
Or maybe it's saying cold.
Cold.
And it just needs to be warmed up.
Yep.
But it was just a
I'm gonna be real.
combat. There might be.
We can do that.
Well, sorry, what did you say, Maya?
It was a stupid joke. Never mind. Take it back.
Okay. I am just going to hit it.
Yep.
So if I run across that middle in melee with the dude,
Yep. So what's your movement speed?
I think it's just 30.
30. So you can move through Solace's space. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can.
It's like steps over Solace.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm going to hit it with my axe.
Okay.
Oh,
That's the thing I'm going to do.
Sure, if you want, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so I now have an axe and a short sword.
Does the short sword say light in its properties?
Does say light in its
Okay, cool. Yep, you can use 2 weapon fighting.
It says properties,
Wow.
finesse, and light.
Yep. So the first
I
one,
just-
you would use your
I have proficiency.
damage bonus.
So I
You don't have
Fine.
proficiency? You can use
do my hand axe.
the short sword. Yeah, you don't have proficiency. Yeah, so up to you.
But can I still fight? Can I still do 2 weapon?
Yeah,
You don't plus anything, right? To
it's it's for the damage. 2 weapon fighting means that if you hit with a second
bad.
light, you don't get the bonus to your damage.
The first one was 10.
First one was 10 to hit.
The dagger was
Does-
10.
Does not hit. Kind of glances off the kind of gleaming armor of this creature.
I'm bolstered by our last fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
that's
is going to be
good.
another knockout, and you're just like, ding!
That one was 15. The short sword was 15.
That also misses, unfortunately. It's really hard to get a dent in this thing. It is armor. Cool. That's your turn. Anything else? That was your bonus action, but do you have anything else? Any, reactions? I don't know.
I'm just gonna be real worried.
Cool. Gima is sitting there real worried.
Action to worry.
Yeah.
Interesting. Does it do it this way? Oh, like, what's your dex?
+3.
Okay, yeah, it does. Do it automatically. You are up next.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Roll.
No.
It's accurate.
Have we tried talking to them? Have we? Do we need to negotiate?
You haven't actually, because the process of events is you guys walked in, the light went up, and Gima immediately just runs in and like starts attacking the first thing that moved. So that's kind of what's happened. There was actually no real. No, it's great. I'm not judging. It was perfect, but it was like there was no real conversation. It was like code, and Gima's was like, ah!
Oh. That means killing turtle.
Yeah, quick question about the environment around
Sure.
us. What are these black lines? There's one that's to my north.
So
on the
these
left-hand side.
are shelves.
Yeah.
So they're about 10
Okay.
foot high shelves with just like books and scrolls and bobs and ends on them. So you can't pass through them. You've got like kind of clear space though to move
Yep, okay.
between them.
Can I move up to this thing?
Sure, you've got,
I've
yeah,
got
you can
35 feet of movement.
and move through Maggie's space. Yeah, you can get there, which kind of puts
Yep.
you right next to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll try and hit it with my sword, looking at Gima, saying like, "What are we doing? Why are we hitting this bit of metal?"
I love the not peer pressure, but just the, oh, she's doing it, I'm going to help regardless.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really know what's going on. We're in a cellar somewhere, and there's a dog with us, and we're attacking some suit of armor.
Perfect. Make your
Isn't that
attacks.
just life?
Short sword.
Not the craziest thing we've done so far.
That's
7.
very true.
7.
No, unfortunately, 7. It actually, you kind of go to hit it, and it just like misses between the arm and the body. And it's just kind of, it's not reacting. Obviously, it doesn't have a face, but it's just kind of standing steadfast as you guys moved into its space. Next up is
Turn on
Insight
my children.
check.
Insight
Ace, we might need you to hit this thing.
Yeah. Also, what's the
She's asleep.
just double check for me, Hikari, what is the range on your light that you put up on your wood block?
Good question.
Because we got some
20-foot radius.
Okay.
Oh, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and then dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Perfect. Alright, you should be good. Great. So, next up is the animated armor. It is going to, on its turn, it's holding a kind of like a club and also this like large spear, this kind of like a halberd kind of thing, which I don't think is how you say it, but like a halberd. And it's going to turn kind of facing away from Gima and Oleg, and it's just going to huck this spear-like thing as far as it can see to the furthest target, and it's going to throw it at Solace. And it's got, it's throwing this weapon, I guess you would say, at Solace, so it's going to make an attack with that.
Hit me!
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Yep. Oh, that's the wrong dice. That is 5 points of damage, of slashing damage, as it kind of swings at you and, well, it doesn't swing, it kind of jettisons at you and glances and kind of tumbles off just behind you.
What hit me again? I'm sorry.
I was going to look up the correct pronunciation for this word, and now I don't know.
It's okay.
It's a halberd.
It's the halberd?
Halberd.
Okay, I pronounce it like that too. I don't know the right way to pronounce it.
It's the halberd.
Yeah.
Halberd. All right, thanks for
entire bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the whole bird, yeah. But
Yeah.
he threw it at you, and it's kind of clattered off behind you at this point.
Okay.
But that's his turn. He's just going to then stand there menacingly, in front of Gima and Oleg, having kind of found the people in front of him that he wants to maybe stick with.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. He's got range, you know? Next up is Hikari.
Kari, they're just like, what are we doing? What was it asking for? Code? Maggie?
Code.
It threw a halber at me.
It threw a bear at you?
A whole bear.
No, the whole.
Did I see that there was like a desk of like notes and stuff in here?
You would have, because you were one of the first in. You could see that over there was kind of like a desk that looked like a writing desk with stuff on it. But there is stuff everywhere. There's books, there's scrolls, crates, like a lot of pouches, and like even like near you there's like a ton of stuff, like these little leather pouches, there's books, bottles and jars, all sorts of weird and creepy stuff.
Alright. I'm gonna try to do some reading. Keep it distracted. And then I will like tumble through to try to get to the table with the notes.
Oh, I see that way. Sure. You can easily make it over there. Yep.
Just do like a nice like dive, tuck, and roll over whatever was blocking my.
You parkour over Maggie.
That was very fancy. Can you please?
I will just try to see if there's a code word or something that would indicate a way to deactivate this thing.
Make, as just kind of searching the table, I guess, make an investigation check.
Let's go. That's what I can do. Okay, here we go. Okay, first one was a 13. Second one's a 4, so I'll take that 13.
You with your advantage.
Yeah, so 14 total.
14 total. There are a lot of papers on this desk. There's a lot of like scrolls, some books. You find some that are kind of just like the first that you pick up. What languages do you speak?
Common.
Yep.
And Elvish.
Okay, yeah. Not in those languages. You
Oh.
see, it's a very...
I don't see like a scroll of like destroy animated armor.
No, unfortunately not. No, you needed a higher
I'm
investigation check for that one. But no, you unfortunately can't find anything, or at least in any language that you understand. It's this very kind of blocky language that you haven't seen before. Anything else on your turn?
I suppose that'll be it. I panic and turn around and look at the armor, I guess.
Cool. Yep. All right. Up next, Solace. Not your turn. You hear behind you from where the whole bear landed. It kind of swish up behind you as it itself now floats mid-air and swigs down upon you.
Shit.
It's haunted.
That's a 13 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Cool. Thought so. Yeah, so this now seemingly similar gleaming steel weapon is now hovering behind you, and it is swinging in a not very nice way. But that is it. That's all it can do on its turn. Next up is Solace. It's your turn now.
Holy shit. Okay. Where am I? I'm there. Where's the armor?
The armor is there. This is the thing attacking you, and that's
okay.
you.
Okay. Okay. Can I grab the thing attacking me?
Do you want to try and grapple it?
I was gonna try and grab it and swing it at the armor.
I
don't know if that's too much.
No, it's fine. It's something you would probably have to try and commandeer.
Okay.
So you could try to grapple it, and I'd say with a high enough strength, you might be able to fling it against its own movement. But it essentially has its own movement. It has its own, purpose.
Okay. And at this point, the only person who's been attacked is me, right?
Yes.
Okay, then fuck it. I'm gonna swing my hammer at the halberd and try and break it.
Yep, go for it. Weapon v weapon.
Weapon v weapon.
Oh no, I'm out of focus.
Not bad. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 will hit. Even with its natural armor. This weapon has natural armor. Absolutely. D20 hits, go for your damage.
I was two-hand swinging it.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably start saying that before. My bad.
That's okay, that's fine.
So let me roll that.
There's no reason why you wouldn't two-hand swing at this point.
Yeah, I know, but... Alright, that's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage, nice. You, hit it, and you kind of get it at an angle where when you hit it, you knock it into the ground a bit, so that the impact really resonates. And it starts, you see, it kind of crumples a little bit, and then weakly floats back up in its space. 10 points of damage, nice, really good. Anything else on your turn?
I forgot to rage, so I'll rage
You did.
now.
Perfect. Better late than never. Excellent. So
she goes, oh fuck, and then breathes slowly.
Focus. Perfect. So you are now raging.
Yep.
Alright. Next up is Maggie, who will
Kill it.
Let's see. What
Just
is Maggie
wreck
gonna
shop
do?
immediately.
Yeah. 70 points of damage.
She is oh,
There's Maggie!
we just had Maggie. Yep. Maggie's gonna run around this way. And you see, she kind of starts glowing a little bit, with this slight red energy. And she scratches her ear and the red energy kind of dissipates. And then she kind of looks up at the armor in front of her. And I need someone, let's say... Kiralee, roll a d10 for me, please.
Well, that's the only dice I didn't get out of my bag. I've got it. It's okay. I got one.
Controversial. It's the best dice.
3.
A 3. Alright.
Sorry.
You see Maggie runs up, having this kind of weird effect take hold of her, and she turns to the armor, and in a 15-foot cone, you see this ice breath shoot out from Maggie as she barks, or woofs, more importantly, this ice cone out, missing Yima because she's gone at a funky angle. So she's going to do Dragon's Breath at this creature. So that is cold damage.
Dragon's breath?
And this is a dog?
It's not a dog.
So we thought.
No, but it looks like a dog.
It does look like a dog.
No, we
This is
definitely
dog.
know it's not a dog because it doesn't speak
So
dog.
the armor's gonna. It doesn't speak dog yet. It's going to make a dexterity save against this. Fails. So it is going to take 3d6 cold damage. And I only got 2d6s out, so I'm gonna. Ooh.
Oh.
That's 10 points of cold damage that it's fully going to take. Yeah, and you see Maggie kind of once she vomits this ice storm at the armor, kind of sits down happily, just quite pleased with herself. Yeah, that's Maggie's turn. She might then actually use the rest of her movement to move there, so that she can get into an advantageous position with Oleg. Yeah.
Smart bugger.
Next up is Gima. Back to the top of the order.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna do the thing I did before again because I can't miss 4 times, and now I will miss 4 times.
True.
Ready? Let's go.
You've said it.
Hand axe. No. 11.
No.
Another thing. Oh, short sword though was 21.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Let's go.
And I don't get the plus.
You don't
That's
get
right.
the plus damage, so it's just
So
1d6.
just 3 points of damage.
Just 3 points of damage. Perfect. Yep. So you miss with the hand axe. You kind of a little bit maybe distracted by the dog breathing ice.
Very distracting.
You kind of miss a little bit, but on the second you jam the dagger in, and there is solid contact between the dagger and its body. Up next is... Oh, sorry, anything else on your turn?
No.
No? Awesome. Oleg, your turn.
Yeah, same process thing
Go for
happen. Hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it. Hit it.
Didn't work. The dice fell on the floor. I need a torch to find the dice. And it was a 17, which means I think it's a 22.
Reroll if it roll
Yeah.
on the floor. Sorry, that's a house rule.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I
That's
lost a 20 that way.
14, 19.
19 hits. Yeah.
Nice.
3. Where's my d6? Come on. There it is. 4 damage.
Hey, don't knock it. 4 damage is better than
I rolled a
no
1.
damage. Yeah, great. It's
Very true.
So that was your short swords. Yeah, so you kind of like following suit after Gamer, you strike it as well, and you see it's a little bit more clangly than it was when it started.
Ooh.
That's a word.
Clangly.
Yeah, it's an Australian word. Huh. Anything
Yeah.
else on your turn? Thank you. Anything else on your turn, Oleg?
No.
Nope. Hikari, you are up.
Oh, not
There
the halberd?
Yeah.
The whole bear?
So as you're kind of like searching through the papers, you hear like a kind of like lifting sound, and you turn briefly to see Solace now kind of engaging with a floating weapon.
That should not be doing that. Alright, oh, fuck these papers. And I will turn around and run up and do like a jumping Superman punch into this
Nice.
animated
you
armor.
can kind of like leap off this lounge here. So and bang. Do you want to like? Well, there's kind of boxes there. It'd be hard to get in flanking. You kind of land.
Oh, I'm
there.
going for the armor. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay. No jumping off the thing. Sure. Did you want to get in a flanking position?
Sure. Let's be tactical.
You guys completely crowd around this. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Maybe. Sure. You zoom in. You crowd around this armor. It's early. You crowd around this armor and go for your attack. You now have advantage
Yeah, and
on your attack.
I'll look for its weak points where it's looking clangy.
Clangly. You'll get it. You'll get it. It's-
No. Do some
You'll fit
bamming
right in.
on him. I'll bam its ass.
Blam.
Wait, don't bam its ass. Alright. Here comes the kunai strike. 15 plus 4, I want to say.
We all want to say.
So wait, what did I say? Did I say 15?
15.
15.
Okay, 19 total.
19 total
To hit.
hits.
Yes, go. So that will be 5 points of kunai strike damage.
5 points of kunai strike damage.
And then I will deep breath, look it over, spend a key point,
Ooh.
flurry of bams.
Flurry of Bams. Flurry of Bams, yeah.
And do 2 more strikes.
Bam.
Strike 1 is 19 again.
Yep.
That is 6 points of punch damage.
Oh my gosh.
And the final strike is 7.
Misses, unfortunately.
Damn.
But
As
yeah,
I break my hand against the metal.
you clammed and you bammed him. Oh no. It's not a he, it's an inanimate object. It's an animate object. You hit it, and it is the most clangly you've seen it at this point. It is looking
Ooh.
pretty hurt, but still standing, and still.
And then, do I see maybe an off button, like a big red button that says
You
off?
don't.
Mayhaps.
But I totally skipped its turn, so I'm just going to do its turn now. But if that is the end of your turn, I will go back one and give it its turn. Which, for the sake of order, I'll say it's not going to attack you because you weren't technically there on its turn, but it's going to look at the two people in front of it, not super concerned by the dog, and it's going to slam attack against Gima. Actually, you know what? One against Gima, one against Oleg, for it to make 2 attacks.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam.
Come on, bring it.
It's weird how many Space Jam references I make in a week. Alright, first one against Gima.
It's very relevant.
Is a 21.
Against me? That hits.
That hits. Alright, I'll do yours first. So that is 2 points of bludgeoning damage. As it kind of just punches you in the face. Against Oleg, it's coming with a backhand against you, Oleg.
Oh, you're about to get bitch slapped.
No, it's a backhand. It's not a slap. It's a. Yeah. That is 17 to hit.
Bitch slap is, baby.
Does that hit? Sorry.
Yes, it does.
Perfect. That is 6 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Oleg.
Backhands are more deadly.
So it's just gone punch, whack to you.
It's more like emotional damage, is what it does.
Yeah.
It's more like bludgeoning damage, straight up physical pain. But yeah, that is its turn. Next up, Hikari just had their turn. The animated halberd is going to swing itself down on New Solace.
Bitch.
7.
No.
Okay. That's its turn.
Try 8.
Try 8.
It'll hit.
That's its turn. It swings and it misses, having been kind of crumpled. Its weight displacement's a little off.
Yeah.
But it's now your turn.
Yeah, fair. Alright, it swung at me twice and missed twice, correct?
Sure. Yeah, rub it in.
Alright, then fuck it. Can I make it to the suit of armor with my movement?
You've got 25 feet?
Yeah.
There is a bookshelf here. So 5, 10, 15, 20... 20... It's tricky because you
Just
can move
Sparta
through other
kicks the
spaces.
bookcase.
5, 10,
It's tricky.
15,
I have that thing where I can move through
You can.
other people's space.
Yeah,
Could
so
you go diagonally?
she can. So she could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'd be
But
kinda
you can
far
move
away.
2 spaces left and then go diagonally through Gima in order to...
5, 10...
No, I'm not seeing this right.
15,
am I?
20. 5, 10, 15, 20. You know what? You can move into Gima's space, attack, and then move out of Gima's space.
Okay.
I'll lean.
I'd do that.
Okay, so I'll just put you
Sure,
there for
between her
now.
legs.
But you kind of
Yeah.
go in for your attack, and then it would be you're moving out. Because you can't end your turn in
Okay.
someone else's space, but you
I
can
just-
definitely move through it. So I'll let you do
Alright,
that.
cool. Okay, awesome. Sorry about that. Alright, then I'm going to swing my warhammer two-handed under Gima's legs.
With
Nice.
advantage
like-
because it's flanked.
Yeah, it would be technically flanked with Hikari.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
With my 10, here we go. That's cocked as hell. Better. 9 plus
Yeah.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. It is looking very hurt.
Tang!
It is kind of like wobbling all over the place.
Hell yeah.
Retrospectively, I'm going to do the opportunity attack for the animated halberd because that's
Oops.
my bad.
Wait. Hold on, sorry.
Okay.
I'm raging, so I get
Ooh.
2 extra points of damage, right?
Plus 2, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, damage plus 2, so it's actually 13. 13 points of damage, sorry.
Oh man. Yep. It's
forgot.
very, very close. But having run away, you're going to take an opportunity attack from the halberd.
I forgot about that too. Sorry.
Which, you know what? You were right. It was a smart decision. It misses. It got an 8. Oh, you said 8 hits, though. You said an 8 would hit.
Oh shit!
No, I was...
Yeah, no, the 8 misses. But then as you move back out from Yuma's space... No, because you stay within melee of it. You stay within melee of it, so it's fine.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still within 5 feet of its... Yeah. So it's fine.
I'll take that opportunity attack if it's...
It's okay. It doesn't make one. It's all good.
Awesome.
Up next is Maggie. Maggie, you see another slight kind of glow coming from her mouth, this time a little bit different. She's going to latch on to the armor, and you see kind of electricity spark out of her mouth as she's going to... I didn't write the name of the spell down. Shocking bite this creature. Oh, and she has advantage on the attack because it is made of metal. So...
It's electrifying.
Oh, but she has advantage. I rolled a natural 1, but it's advantage. I rolled a natural 1. I rolled 2 natural 1s.
Oh,
Oh,
Maggie.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, Maggie's gotta die.
So yeah, she doesn't actually. She goes to beat it. You see this kind of electricity forming in her mouth, and she goes to bite, and the armor just kind of like swings gently out of the way, and she kind of chomps nothing and zaps herself a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately, no damage dealt by Maggie. Back to the top of the round, we have Gima. Maggie's kind of a bit embarrassed. Yeah, she does that kind of guilty dog look, like. Look, not making eye contact with any of you. Like, it's that thing where you know the dog's done something wrong, or she thinks she's done something wrong, so she's just like, yeah.
No, Maggie, no.
Gima.
I don't think there's any good reason to do. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing this whole time and just roll twice again. But actually, no. I have advantage anyway, right?
You have advantage because you're flanking. Yes.
Okay. Dear DM, can I hit it just with my quarterstaff, but with 2 hands, so I get the 1d8?
You can. Yeah. You won't get your 2-weapon fighting, but you can absolutely do that.
No,
Yep. Go for it.
I just want my 1d8 big. So I'm gonna roll at advantage with those ones. Yes. 22.
Yeah. That hits.
That math took me just much longer than a primary school teacher should have to do math for.
It's the weekend.
Oh man. I got 3 points of damage.
You got 3 points of damage. Gima, you got it. How would you like to destroy this creature?
I'm angry. It has shamed my new friend. So, yeah, I just quickly put away my weapons and I get my quarterstaff and what's that thing where you're not meant to like hit the ball, you're meant to like hit through the ball? I do that.
Baseball swing it? Like
swing, strike. I can't remember what it's called. I know what you're talking about.
I don't, because I don't know baseball, but I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We've got the imagery.
I think it's called a touchdown. I think it's a touchdown.
Yeah. An alley-oop.
Like that.
Yeah.
You reminiscent of your absolute decimation of your first kill of the Woolywug. You swing through, and as you hit with such power, the artist scatters. It disconnects and scatters in multiple pieces, and just ting 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 scatters across the floor, and this piece of armor is no more.
I would like to say that before Maggie got hit, my plan was to shout out a bunch of words to try and work out what the code was, but then I just saw red because not hit because it shamed my friend.
Yeah. As all good turtles will do when they see a shamed dog.
Yeah.
Alright, Oleg, it's your turn.
Looking around, is there anything to fight?
You turn around and you see a halberd flying in the air behind you. You
Should
kind
I be doing, I guess.
Huh.
Okay, flying halberd bad.
Yes.
Bad, stabbed me.
Is she okay? Is Ace okay?
Is Ace okay?
Quick
yeah.
glance at Ace.
You see, Ace has kind of like this. Ace has a very kind of calm demeanor at the moment, like very focused and kind of just, you know. Yeah.
Okay, can I move so I'm next to Ace?
You can. I'll say you bustle through Gamer's space and you stand there.
Yeah, just to make sure. I'm just gonna make sure she's okay. If she says she's fine, I will cast. Is this thing damaged at all? Has anybody hit?
Yes.
Yes.
I have.
They have. Okay, I'll cast Toll the Dead on it then.
Nice.
There's an action.
Shoo.
Go for it.
It's Wisdom save. Wisdom save DC 13.
Wisdom save. You know what? This weapon is not very wise. It kind of lacks the brain power for it. And it rolled a 7 minus 4, so that is 3. Yeah.
Fails.
So that's your D12.
12 damage.
What type of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Okay.
Yeah. Does it take? Does it?
What did that
3.
mean, Alana?
It's okay.
Interesting.
3 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Did
You
it-
see, I don't know how necrotic damage would look against a weapon, but it seems to take the damage. It's fine. Yeah. You see it kind of like cracks, like with the crack that Solus first kind of made in it shatters a little bit more, and you see it looks like it's drunk flying. It's a bit, you know, it's loose in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is still
I'll say
still
my
floating.
signature keyword. Shoo.
Shoo, yeah. And it echoes and reverberates, especially in this room, which is like stone walls. It's a very kind of like loud, and yeah, it does shake a little bit. It kind of reverbs it because it is made of metal, but it is still flying through the air. Solus, you're up next.
I'm gonna look at the hallbearer, and kind of like squint at it, and then I'm gonna turn around. Is that another suit of armor over there on the north side of the room?
Yeah, you kind of can't really see it at the moment because you are behind a bookshelf, but probably when you moved up, you would have... I'll just make a perception check because you were kind of at the back to begin with no dark vision, and then you're behind a shelf, so just...
Another one.
I'll give this as a free check.
That's a natural one.
Reroll it.
You can reroll those.
Oh.
Fuck! That's a 3. Okay, good night.
Okay,
you.
yeah,
Going home.
Yeah.
Go home.
You have no idea.
Awesome. Was that my action?
No,
Or
I gave
no?
that to you free. That's fine.
Okay, then I'm charging the
That's
whole
just
bear.
looking. Charging the whole bit? Alright. You... I don't know why I made these bases so big. You...
for viewing pleasure.
Run up to it. And make your attack.
I'm gonna swing at it. Weapon on weapon. Natural 20, it's saying sorry for the other
Oh
one.
my god. Natural 20 rage. Go for it.
Okay. Remind me, do you roll the dice once and then double it, or do you roll 2 dice?
It's really up to you. I like rolling 2 dice. It's more fun. You get more variation. Because if you roll a 1 and you damage dice, that sucks.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh, mama. Alright, that's 17 plus 4, 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Whoa!
If it were a living creature, it would be dead. Like you absolutely... Well, how do you describe this hit taking place?
I'm imagining it kind of like drunk. Sorry, my mic crapped out. I'm imagining it kind of like doing that thing you were saying, like it was drunk flying and like wobbling back and forth, and right when it hits like straight up and down, I'm gonna swing the hammer down on it and just like accordion crunch it.
Yeah, it's like stepping on a soft drink can. It just absolutely
Yes.
flattens down with this kind of sickening almost aluminium sounding like dunk, and you have this lovely squashed, almost looks like how it does now, but kind of this squashed weapon down the ground, and you've kind of lifted up, not unlike the slug, but there is nothing dripping off your weapon this time.
Awesome.
Or it has
if it's
no
not
gooeys.
if it's not moving anymore, is it moving still? Like trying to fly?
No, it is. Its magic has ceased.
Fantastic.
You
so
killed the magic
Ace is
in
gonna
it.
pick it up.
You pick it up?
Ace is gonna pick it up and stick it in her pouch that's hanging from her belt.
Yeah, sure. It's it's
Souvenir.
crushed. It's crushed enough. It's still sharp, and there's actually now more sharp edges to it. So you kind of carefully.
Well, she's still gonna do it. She's kind of dumb.
So not so carefully. You put it in your pouch. Good to know. All right. But yeah, as this flying thing is destroyed, it's Maggie's turn. Maggie's gonna look around, gonna sniff. Not seeing anything. It's gonna sit there. Emma, your turn.
Oh no, Maggie, no. Oh no. This other one hasn't moved, has it?
You can see pretty clearly, because you can see over the dog. There is another set of armor. They make a perception check. I think I got you guys to do this at the end of last session, but I'm just going to do it again.
8 plus something, so probably low.
No, you're stacked, remember? What's your...
It's plus 2, so 10.
10. Hey, 10's good. 10 is the very basics of seeing. You can see comparatively, compared to the one that you just decimated, this one is standing there, but it appears to be on an armor stand, and it is hanging limply on the armor stand. It does not appear to be moving.
Was the other one on its stand?
No, the other one was
forward?
freestanding. So the armor stand is actually inside the other one. So it's like this metal, this wooden, like T stand that kind of holds the armor up inside it. The other one did not appear to have that. It's Yep.
Yeah,
it's the armor itself is T-posing. It's weird.
Can I do an Arcana check? Can I do like a D&D vibe check to see if it's like... I think that it's probably just an old one or a dead one or something, but can I do an Arcana?
I'll let you like move up to it, and you can make an Arcana check.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of, not really being skilled in kind of like Arcana or necessarily this type of magic, you do kind of survey it, but you notice that it is like limp, it's not moving, and you kind of touch its hand where it's holding its own halberd, and no reaction, nothing happens, and you get the sense that this is an inanimate armor. An inanimated armor. Yeah.
Okay, I say something. I'm like, this one is not a bad one. I think we're good.
Yeah, and as you kind of all then begin to survey the area, you get the sense nothing else is moving, and for the time being, you feel kind of safe in this area. Yeah.
I say,
Well, that was something.
Maggie, nod your head if you accept Pat.
She kind of just sits there. She doesn't really...
Alright. I just want to say you did a really good job. You should do good work.
She nods at that. She's like...
Oh. Okay.
Y'all, I got a question. Do dogs normally breathe ice? Because we only got like wolves where I'm from. I haven't seen a dog in a hot minute. Do they breathe ice? Like, is that a thing they do?
No.
Got it. I didn't think so.
This is Maggie. This isn't a dog.
What?
I don't know
agreement.
what Maggie is, but very happy to have you on the team. Maggie did great.
Was that what we were supposed to deal with? Is there anything else in here? Was that the security system he was talking about?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh,
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, me too. Was there anything else?
Well, let's have a
Just
look around.
yeah,
We need
looking
to-
around, you just see it is just kind of packed with items, like a lot of like crates and that sort of thing. It does look kind of dusty and disheveled, like there are sheets over certain things. And you remember Faradoc when he was describing what happened. He said that he was cataloging the storeroom, and that's when when Maggie was attacked. He did actually say Maggie was cataloging the storeroom, and that's when she was attacked. So,
Right.
yeah, you get the sense that this is a little bit of an unorganized mess. And even just looking around, you see that it is pretty unorganized in this area.
Hoarders.
Yeah. And while
Can
you
I
kind
do a
of...
more
Maggie's just going to go sit on the
in-depth
couch.
look at some of the papers and scrolls on the table?
Sure.
Looking for maybe
No.
like letters.
Now that you're not in mortal danger. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you go ahead and make another investigation check now that you have...
Right. So that's
Full time.
17 total and 5 total. So we'll go with the 17.
Cool. 17. So yeah, you begin searching through the desk, and once again you find those notes and you find like scrolls and books. None of them in a language which you can understand. You do find some scrolls that have like a seal on them, and I'll say make an intelligence check looking at the seals on it.
Okay, not awful. 11.
11? You're not quite sure what... There's like a symbol in the seal. You're not quite sure what it really means. You just see that they are sealed. You do find kind of tucked away a little towards the back, you find 2 potions of healing. Or I should just say 2 red kind of potions.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know what they are. What could they possibly be? You find like 2 potions. You find like a bunch of things, but these are comparatively where the rest of the bottles and things have like a lot of dust in them. These kind of are untouched, and they seem to repel dust, I guess, in a magical sense.
If Hikari is looking, he said it was like scrolls or documents, was it?
Yep.
That he was looking at? They were looking at?
Yeah, at the
Okay.
on the table.
I would sort of walk up behind them.
All over the place. There's
Huh?
like scrolls and books on all the bookshelves. Like like I said, jars, pouches, all sorts of things. Like kind of like coin purses spread out in various spots. But you want to go up to the table?
Okay. Yeah, I'll head up to where Hikari is, just sort of looking around, and be like, "Hey, what'd you find? And also, should we go, or is this?"
In a minute we can go. I'm just looking through these. Do you know this language by any chance?
Let's see.
Make an intelligence check.
Do I know it?
Make an intelligence check.
Boy, oh baby boy. Oh, yeah, +0. 16.
16. Okay. Not knowing necessarily what they mean, you are familiar that they are magical symbols. They are symbols for magical schools of magic.
Wait, this is Maya. Isn't a lot of magic writing based off of like draconic ? Isn't that a thing?
It can be.
Okay, so then that kind of makes sense because Solus.
Well,
knows
these are
draconic.
specific symbols for the different schools of magic. You recognize that's
Gotcha,
what they are.
okay.
You can't tell necessarily which it is just looking
Okay.
at it. But they are sealed. They are kind of like lightly sealed though. They're more like stamped for recognition rather than to
Okay.
seal it. So you could like unroll them. But yeah.
Okay. So these are like magic shit. So not my area. One of my older brothers was really good at like all this nerdy stuff, so he taught me some basic shit, and all I know is that these are magical somethings. What kind of somethings? Don't know, but something. So maybe don't touch it, question mark? I literally don't know what to do with this shit. It's just magic, probably. Does that help? I hope it helps.
Yeah, and I mean, we almost died down here.
Did we? I got
Yes.
stabbed like
I think maybe a bit more
What?
payment is in order, and I'll just take one of the scrolls and like
whoa.
slow.
Yep.
That's that. Is that how paying works?
I'll say
I'm not used.
just make a sleight of hand check. Okay.
Okay.
Oh no. You're gonna get bitten by Maggie.
14 total. Oh,
14.
true.
I didn't even think about that.
Neither did I.
Ooh.
Magic dog.
Cool. Yep. So you take one of the scrolls. I will say, I'm just gonna look it up quickly. Should have had it ready to go, but I'm just gonna say which. I'm gonna get you to pick which one you take in a second. Okay, and then Okay. They both have the same symbol, so it doesn't matter. Which one? I'll just say you pick up one. I'll roll randomly to see which one you pick up. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep. Good to know. What did you?
Carly, we can't just.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go for it. Sorry.
I was just saying, what did you
thought
get
you
on
were
your
done.
initial investigation check? Sorry, Nico. Do you remember? Sorry.
16.
I think it was 16. Yeah. As you grab
Maybe.
the scroll as well, nothing happens, but you kind of reveal behind it. There's like I said, like a bunch of trinkets, but something that does kind of catch your eye a bit too is this long pipe that's like resting kind of in a place of a little bit of prominence. It's like nicely, like it's resting on top of a box that seems to have a display stand for it. There's this pipe that has like a bunch of different animals kind of carved into the side of it. Just something else you notice.
Gima Oleg, you want to take a look at this?
Wait. What about the scroll you just put in your pocket? That's not yours.
Listen. No, but if Master Mordek is well established in the community and has the means to live in such a mansion, I can only assume that they would be able to easily replenish anything that went missing or was destroyed.
That's probably fair. Don't know much about money, but what if that's like his grandma's like fucking diary or some shit?
That's a fair point. But why would it be here?
I don't know. He's a weird guy. His basement looks like shit, and there was a armor thing that stabbed me with a flying hallbearer. It's weird in here. All I'm saying is that if you think we deserve more payment, sure. Maybe we should like negotiate with the dude who was like almost crying though. So I don't know if we should, but maybe we should negotiate with the crying dude. I just don't want to make an enemy out of like a mage guy, right? Who has an armor thing that stabbed me. You know?
Kari takes a deep breath. Alright. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll put the scroll back.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe we can like ask him what it is. And maybe he'll give it to us.
Cool. Great, you put the scroll back.
Maybe.
Anything
fist bump.
else you'd
In
like
this
to do?
time, could I have moved and sat on the couch with Maggie?
Oh, absolutely. I turned the battle cam off for the stream, but I'll put it back there just so people can see you sitting next to Maggie. Yes, you go and sit next to Maggie, who's kind of just, lying down, just happily panting.
Maggie, did you get hurt? I'm like looking, seeing if they got
little bit of
hurt or
frost on
anything?
the side of her face, but no, she looks pretty good. Yeah, kind of
Maggie,
shuffling in her loose armor, I'd describe it as.
That's cool. Maggie, I was really impressed by your the things that you did in battle. That was pretty cool. I've never met a dog that wasn't a dog before, and I usually can talk to dogs. And I know that you can understand me. Is there a way that you can make me understand you?
She kind of stares at you, and she is a massive. She's got these big drooping eyes, and she's kind of staring at you, and you, staring deep into her eyes, hear a kind of sound behind you, and you turn around and you see Faradok Dale is now standing there behind you and goes, well, she can't like really speak. She is still like a dog, but she kind of like she expresses with her eyes. She's very expressive. It's safe down here now by the looks of it.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, Faradok, are they...
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are they your spells?
I am my own spellcaster. What do you mean? What?
The spells that Maggie can do, the breathing of the ice.
She's a wonderful companion, but she's an extension of myself when it comes to doing things and being places, and on occasion spelling spells if needed.
So when we pet the dog, are we petting your spells?
Well, she's here on my spell, but she is her own person and is capable of feeling pets herself. Sometimes when you do pet her, I might feel it, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Right, good to.
Yeah, like just a moment ago, that was, yes, I did feel that.
I'm gonna just for like flavor. I get that this isn't a thing, but I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals again and just try harder.
Do you still have that available to you?
I'm worried this dog is being like magically gagged in some way.
Oh my gosh. Do you still have that?
Even further beyond.
Yeah, I didn't do any spells, and also it's a cantrip for me.
Oh, you can do it, non-stop.
Yeah.
You cast it again and no effect. He's like,
but
okay.
I'm like,
I understand. Like, trust me, I know what you're doing. It's not that she's not a dog. She is a dog. She's just a very special kind of dog. Have you heard of?
Use more words.
Have you heard of? Okay. Make an intimidation check.
I will.
Whoa.
This guy's
start crying.
Same stupid thing about this dog.
He was trying. He's gonna cry again.
Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Oh, darling.
He is getting like quite upset, and you see he's like backing away kind of slowly, but he's just like, have you heard of the Feywild?
The who?
The the realm of the fair folk. She is a fair folk that I have, I asked nicely, and she said, yeah, she'd be my friend. Look, she can leave if she likes. And he kind of turns to me. He's like, but she don't leave. And she kind of like lumbers up to him and like gives him a bit of a lick. Coming like almost like to his head height. Just kind of heavy dog leans against him. And he's like, she's my friend.
Oh, it's good to have a friend.
It is.
Even if you can feel her getting pet sometimes, that's fine.
Oh, that's just
anyway,
when I'm
be, like,
kind of
silent,
living vicariously through her.
So was the security issue that?
He kind of turns and looks at the armor. He's like, oh, that's a mess. Oh.
Yeah, it's a mess. It stabbed me.
That appears to have been it. I did not know these were active in this storeroom. I know Master Mordek has kind of used these sorts of things in the past, but I did not realize he had them here. That is good to know. I'll make a note of it in my cataloging, but it appears as though it has been destroyed. Was that all that was the threat?
It had a magic flying halberd.
A halberd.
That. And yes, thank you. And I crushed it. It's in my pocket. Do you want it?
Best not to keep evidence here for, my troubles, but you can keep that, that's fine.
Oh, all right.
No, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for...
No problem, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's a mess down here. My word, I haven't actually stepped foot down here in a while. Would you be interested in maybe helping me catalog as well?
I'm sure.
I don't think that was on the work poster,
just
the
his
bulletin
friends?
board.
His friends? Oh no, of course, the work poster.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I can absolutely pay you. You agreed to the terms, and I will pay you. And you see he kind of pulls out like a pouch and kind of puts it down on the bench, and he pulls out 150 gold, I think was the agreed amount. This is Alana speaking. I think it was 150 gold. I wrote it down.
I think it's 150.
And he pulls out.
That sounds
As
accurate.
he's saying this,
Yeah.
Oleg walks around the corner carrying like a big stack of books, saying, I found these books. These are all in the wrong place. A goes here, and B goes here, and he starts putting them on the shelf in a very meticulous
the
Oleg-style way.
Oleg
These are in
decimal
the
system.
wrong place.
He's like,
Yes, I'm going to invent a system that will help you memorize where they are.
I had started cataloging that pile already, but that's okay. That's fine. I appreciate it. I don't know if I don't know if I got your names.
Oh shit!
You might have.
Oh, Oleg, not oh shit. Oleg. Not
Oh.
shit.
Sorry, I
Thank you.
messed that up.
Thank you, Oleg. I appreciate that. And he kind of points to a spot where you can kind of set up a bit of a organization area, if you so wish, with your library organization system.
Like a couple of trestle tables come out.
And he says, he hands the 150 gold, he holds it out, and he kind of turns and hands it to Solace, who's kind of the person in front of him at this point. I guess you're the one that kind of came up and was not scaring him as much as Gima, so...
Right, yeah. I'll take it and I'll say, yeah, thank you, and me and Oleg, I'm not going to speak for my friends, but I'll help you. I've never cataloged a thing in my goddamn life, but I will try.
He's like, oh, great, that's really good. Look, I kind of feel a little bit bad as well. This is, not ideal. Not for me, not for Master Mordek. This is a bit of a mess. And I would be happy if you helped me with this. I'm sure I could repay you somehow. A lot of this, to be honest, is kind of junk. Like, this is his Tosawa home. Like, Master Mordek, he's got much grander homes elsewhere. I think
Multiple homes?
Oh,
More
yeah.
Than one?
Oh yeah, he's many. He's the marvelous Master Mordek. Many homes.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah,
Sounds
no
wonderful.
worries, dude. It's
Marvelous. Yeah. Wonderful Master Mordek is not quite the same ring. Sorry, that's rude.
fair.
Why does he need multiple Okay.
Why does he need multiple houses? Yeah, what?
It's one in every port.
Doc, what's this?
You see, he
And I
kind of
point
like
at
lights up.
the rod with the animal
Oh, is the pipe?
carvings.
Yeah,
the pipe.
yeah.
Pipe,
He's like, I have no idea. But I can find out for you if you like. And he kind of holds his hands out. He grabs it, and he's going to cast Identify on it. Where is his character sheet? Yep, he casts Identify on it, and he says, oh, I just closed the tab. He says, it is a pipe of... I mean, well, really, you can have this, because I don't think I've seen Master Mordek use this in, like, a decade, since he quit smoking. But it's a pipe that when you use it, I don't know if you smoke, but when you use it, you are able to, non-talent withstanding, make wonderful creatures appear in the smoke. And this is a pipe of smoke monsters. Which I will send to the Discord chat, if you like, so you can read what it is. But it essentially, it is, because, man, this sucks. I would love to give you guys cards and things, but... so it says, while smoking this pipe, you can use an action to exhale a puff of smoke that takes the form of a single creature, such as a dragon, a flump, or a froghemoth. The form must be small enough to fit in a 1-foot cube and loses its shape after a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke. You get Gandalf's pipe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Who combined with thaumaturgy, you could get a really nice visual effect going.
And he's like, I mean, yeah, this is kind of garbage. She doesn't smoke anymore. I don't smoke. Maggie doesn't smoke. That'd be terribly unhealthy for her. But yeah.
Can I ask him? You called him the Magnificent. What was it?
The Marvellous Master Mordek.
The Marvellous Master Mordek. What is he a master of?
He's the Marvellous Mage Mordek. He's a skilled and refined wizard. He's a great many other things, but for his skills and renown, he is the Mage Mordek.
Does he have an affiliation or work for anybody or anywhere, or is he just a lone operator that sells his services to whoever comes along? He's quite good at enchanting, and he's quite good at all manner of things. He was teaching me, and I'm not quite as good as enchanting yet, but I'm getting there. And he's a wizard, magic and stuff. I see what you're saying. No affiliations. No, he kind of goes where he's needed for services and the like. Have you known him long? You worked for him long?
Oh yeah. I've known him for about 10 years now. He's had me as apprentice for about 10 years now.
Okay, thank you. Carry on sorting books.
Oh, no worries. You have your hand up in the air. That's strange.
Yes. I feel like I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, that's very polite.
Did I forget my question? No, I didn't. Do people not like him here?
Why? No, what? Why? What a silly question. Why would people not like him here?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Master Mordek.
No, I heard the name's cool name. But I don't know. I feel like I heard. I don't remember where, but I feel like I heard somebody sort of be like, "Oh, we don't want to call him," and I was like, "Oh, okay." But I don't know. You sound like you like him a lot, so I don't know why. I was just wondering why people wouldn't like him.
That has certainly raised my anxiety.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. I just thought maybe he like rubbed someone the wrong way or something. I don't know.
No, he's a very great man. I don't know why anyone would say such salacious and mean things about him.
No, I'm probably misremembering it.
They'll probably saying, "Oh no, don't get him. He's too powerful for this."
No, yeah, something like that. Or it was some. It wasn't. Hey, Oleg, how do I sort books?
She just returns and moves away. Yeah. Cool. So, anyone else want to speak to Faradoc, or would you like to start cataloging?
You've been his apprentice for 10 years, you said?
Well, yes, I've been training under him for 10 years, and I started when I was young. Best to start young, but just kind of, I guess, 10 years, about 10 years.
And he still has you cataloging?
This is a personal project. I felt as though the storeroom was at a state where it needed to be done, and I took it upon myself to do so. It seemed like something had to be done, so I did it.
Okay.
When does your apprenticeship end? Why does it look like you've never thought of that question before? That's scary.
Well,
do you remember what I said about making him cry?
I guess, it's not something I really thought of. I'm happy being an apprentice, I went full Kiwi there. Apprentice. Apprentice. Sorry. I'm happy. I'm still learning. I've got my Maggie, and she's helpful. That was impressive, and that's kind of impressive. I have to say, making a deal with a powerful, magnificent, otherworldly creature. But I guess a lot of people can do that. But not Maggie. She's special. But I guess I've always been an apprentice.
Can I make an insight check?
What's you
to try to discern if Doc really wholeheartedly believes that Mordek is a great person?
Sure, make an insight check.
With advantage, because I'm a palate elf.
Palette?
Palette elf.
12 plus 4 is 16 total.
16, okay, yeah. You get the sense that when he speaks of Mordek, he does have a lot of reverence. Well, reverence in his own special kind of way, like he is a super nervous, super jittery kind of person, but he does speak with a genuine sense of reverence. It's hard to see it at face value through the nervousness and the clear anxiety, but yeah, he does speak with a lot of kind of reverence and deference to Mordek. Whether it's healthy or not, that's up to you to decide, but he does, you get the sense he does kind of idolize Mordek.
How did, wait, out of character real quick, did he mention how he became an apprentice?
No.
I don't want to have you repeat anything if you have said that already.
No, he hasn't said anything.
Okay, then I'll ask. So what brought you to be under Master Mordek's tutelage?
Same thing that happens with any young mage, just, wants to learn about magic and wants to find the best magic. So I just kind of, knocked on his door, like, hey, can I be an apprentice?
And out of the kindness, the ocean of kindness that is Master Mordek's heart, he just let you in?
Yes. That is what happened. Accurate.
Insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
If you'll allow.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. First one was an 18, second one was a 4, so we're gonna take that 18. So 22 total.
Lost. 22 total? Yeah. He's not the most persuasive person. You very clearly get the sense that he is not lying. He's not telling the truth fully, but there is like some truth to what he's saying. You get the sense he's holding a lot of information back. Especially for someone that is generally quite talkative, his kind of singular yes answer is a little bit different. But yeah, you get the sense he's definitely holding stuff back. You can't quite tell what, but yeah. Yes,
I look like I've been trying to help catalog, but I've just been trying to make the tallest pile of books I could make. And I behind it, it's like obscuring me, and behind it, I'm like, were we going to ask Mordek about the creature that we killed?
First up, make a sleight of hand check, because I want to see this book tower. Kind of sleight of hand. I'll say sleight of hand, just because it's the closest thing I can think of.
Please. Yes, please.
Kind of like
8.
8. You're kind of like putting it up, and as you turn to like say this, it starts to lean. You go to catch it. Yeah.
I don't actually think I go to catch it. If it starts to lean, I just kind of let it fall.
You're just kind of standing there blankly as it falls behind you.
Yeah.
If Ace sees it start to lean, she might run to try and catch it.
Make a dexterity. We'll say saving throw. Ace.
Oleg would just stand there watching it all happen, just shaking his head slightly.
That's an 8.
An
also
8?
an 8.
The pile falls on top of you. Yeah, you go to kind of like catch it, realizing a little too late that it's a pile of multiple books, and it's not like the Leaning Tower of Pisa for your tourist photo. You get absolutely... yeah, you have one in each hand, and just the rest kind of just like fall on top of you. You take 50 points of damage now. One for each book.
Hikari crouches down and helps Solace up and sort of pushes the books aside.
Yeah.
Stick to dragon eggs.
Oleg just walks away, leaves them to it, and goes and work on another shelf somewhere else.
Perfect. You see, it doesn't actually really phase Faradok that much. He's just like, books, dangerous. Books. What'd you say about a thing to check?
We killed something weird.
Oh, I mean, and he points at like the scattered pieces of armor. Yeah, you did. You really did.
Weirder.
Right.
Could you maybe help us identify it?
How weird are we talking?
Pretty fucking weird. Who's got it? Do we still have it?
I think Oleg has some chunks.
Yeah, I've got some chunks of stuff.
You got some chunks? Cool.
I have half a pound of creature chunks.
That's right, I said half a pound.
Get out. Half a pound of creature chunks, there you go. Unwrap it.
Oh, and you see he kind of like lights up a bit. He's like, what the heck is that? Oh my goodness.
We don't know.
You
Breathe
see,
deeply.
He kind of like...
Good smell.
He gets in. He smells. And he's like, whoa! That's strong! That smells bad!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh, no, that'd be a bad idea, I think. Not until we identify what it is. If it's smokable, I'll let you know. And he claps his hands together, and when he pulls them apart, you see like this table, like little short table, halfling-sized table, appears in front of him, and he's like, alright, plop it down.
The fucking hell?
What?
He taps the table, he's like, come on, let me look at it, come on.
There you go.
And he takes it from you and he like lays it out. And you see he goes hands deep into this thing. He's like picking up, going like, I have never seen anything quite like this, and I've seen some things. Oh, let me tell you, I know a lot about beasts and things like this, but this is bizarre.
Do you want gloves or something? Are you good?
No, I'm sure it's fine. You'll be right.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie, and he kind of holds his hands to Maggie, and she sniffs, and she's like, she's like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's all right. And then he kind of starts looking through it, and he says, "Well, okay. First question. What? Like, where? How? Why? When? What'd you do? What is this thing? Where'd you come from?"
Several questions.
Well, if you ask them quickly enough, it's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. You put commas in between.
The forest, Ace, her hammer.
Oh,
and we describe what it looked like.
He kind of like reaches out and like goes to touch your hammer, like to inspect where you hit with it. But he's got slimy hands. He's like,
I wiped all the slime off already.
Okay. Oh, so this is what we got. This is what we got to work with. All right, no worries. And he begins to examine it, and he's kind of just like muttering to himself. He's like, "Oh, this is interesting." You see, he pulls like a bit of sinew. He's like, "Whoa, no bones, interesting." And it's clearly this very black color. You see, it's now turned kind of black, like almost all over, in the sense that it is deteriorating. It's like, is this its natural color? Is this what are we talking about?
No, it was blue.
No, it was purple.
Purple, blue, bluish purple.
Lobby thing.
Okay.
You know, gross.
He kind of like pulls a small book from his back pocket, still covered in slime, and like starts making notes. And he spends a bit of time examining this. And he goes, "Right, I have no idea what this is."
Fuck.
This is
10 years of apprenticeship.
Just don't be mean.
Well, do you know what it is?
No.
No. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, if no one in here knows. That's 100% of the people in this room don't know what it is. So, I
He's got a point.
I can try and figure out what this is. Would you mind lending it to me for a bit? I could do a bit of research on it. I could maybe find out what it is. It is new.
Do I believe that he's actually going to do this, or do I think he's got nefarious intent and he's going to put it into his creature of the day and reanimate some horrific monster?
God.
Eat it.
It's super obvious that's what he's got to do. You don't even need the inside check. No, make an inside check.
Insight. Where is insight? It comes under I, of course, yeah. Ooh, 14 plus 3 is 17.
17. He is super animated. You also notice he's not kind of like tripping over his words a lot as much when he's talking about this thing. You get the sense that he is just genuinely excited to research it. Perhaps this is like the most exciting thing he's seen for a little while. He's just very keen. You don't get the sense that he is nefarious in his intentions. At least you don't get that sense.
What's the dog doing at this moment?
Maggie is still sitting. Oh no, Yima was doing books. Maggie is still on the couch, lazing about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just like, I can pay you if that's an issue. But I just, this sort of thing doesn't happen too much in this town. I'll give it back to you. It's a bit gross, and you see he's squishing it like this. He's like, it's a bit gross. It's kind of breaking apart. I don't think we've got much time, really.
Here's the deal. If you discover anything in it, then we share it 50-50. If you don't find anything, you get to keep it.
He's squishing. He's like, well, there's definitely nothing in it. Oh, you mean like... Okay, like information. If information.
Yeah.
Yes. This can be...
Spits in his hand and offers it to shake.
Cool.
He spits in his hand with like covered in goo and like like you get this lovely slapping noise as they shake together. He's like, easy deal, perfect, yeah. Oh no, we just destroyed half of it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you
he's gonna like move the rest of the other side and kind of wrap it up carefully. Can you describe anything about it? Because this is a pile of goo.
It was incredibly like wiggly.
Wiggly? Okay.
Right? It was kind of like... Sorry. Yeah, it was kind of like a leech worm shaped thing, right? Wasn't it?
And it burst out of someone's chest.
That's very important.
Yes.
And it latched on and bit a bullywog that was holding it. And did it also bite you, Hikari? I can't remember.
It was aggressive.
Nope. Okay, yeah. And then I crushed it under my hammer.
Alright, okay. That's not ton to go off. Where you said it was in the forest? Did it seem like it lived there? Was there a home?
I think its home was with. Well, I think its home was within the chest of Jaina, and then it burst out.
Yes. Was it not being grown by the frog people?
That's the weird situation. Is it could be both of those things, because it seemed to the frogs treated it like a prince. They called it its prince, and they were trying to like protect it, even though it was attacking them. So we don't really know where it came from or if it belonged there, but it definitely came out of a human man's chest.
So its home was as prince of the frog people within the chest of the man.
Potentially, but we also don't know
Yeah, that's
how it got.
It's gonna just
How do,
insight check
we don't
you
know how
guys
it got the
quickly.
chest of the man or anything like that.
Chest of the man in the forest. So
In the
the chest
forest,
of
the
the man
man,
in
the
the
man
forest.
in the
It's like a
forest, in the man with the frogs.
Man in the
and
forest, the chest and the leaf.
birds. Yeah, yeah. Perfect.
It's a great song.
Do you mean bullywugs? Is that what you mean by frogmen?
Yeah, they're not
Oh,
saying bullywugs.
Yes.
is it
Sorry.
frogmen? That's okay. I picked up on what you're saying.
okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay. And he's like, all right. Well, that's something to go on. Bullywugs are weird. So
Yeah.
that could be a good point to start.
The babies
I
are
guess.
pretty cute, though.
Oh, the babies
Yeah.
are adorable. Let me tell
Adorable.
you. Yeah. Like, then they turn into the most repugnant little creatures. So, you know, nurture over nature, I guess. Yeah. That
such is the way of
applies to
some
that
people.
situation. I don't know. And you see he's like, well, look, I can give you this. And he pulls out of his pocket this kind of small stone that has like just this very faint symbol on it. He's like, now, this is a one-time use. I can use it to contact you when I have found any information. I suppose you could in turn contact me, but it is a one-time use, so please don't. I'll contact you. And he's gonna try and think who might be the most reasonable to give it to. And he gives it to Oleg. And he's like, you will hear from me at some point in the future, hopefully in regards to this, but feel free to stop by if you're interested. Do you activate it?
No, I'm just speaking into it. I have no idea what I need to do. What do I do? I talk into it. I can't hear anything. I can hear seashells.
If you want to, well, maybe I shouldn't tell you. I'm not going to tell you. That's fine. I'll contact you.
That's fair.
Shall we?
And is this like a one-way thing? Like this stone is connected to you only?
Yes, I have this, and he holds up another one with a similar symbol on it. It's like, I will hold on to this one. This is a device of my own making. Kind of new to it, but it's why it's. I mean,
cool,
Master Mordek, he sometimes used these quite a bit, and they were a lot more effective, I guess. This one, it's progress, something.
That's super cool. Never.
I thought so too. Like I was quite pleased.
Yeah, that's tight.
Oh, thank you.
Is there? Never mind.
Out of character, are we going to spend the afternoon cataloging the room?
I will do that.
Cool.
I'd be okay to do that. I'm not going to be very helpful, but yeah.
Yeah, I will also probably not be very helpful, but I will try.
I can carry things places.
I do have an ulterior motive whilst we're cataloguing books, in that I want to look for a book on talking plants.
Okay.
Or any mention. I'm looking for any mention of a tree or a bush or something that can actually physically talk.
Okay,
have a conversation with you.
Yeah. Cool. So is that like we'll just say in general talking plants. Cool. I'll say everyone make an investigation check just as you are cataloging to see what you might come across.
Investigation. I got a 15.
15 as well.
Even with advantage? What'd you get, Kirili? Sorry.
I got a 6, but I also googled what a flump was, and I'm very happy that it exists.
Yeah, if you haven't seen what a flump
flumps.
is, they are gorgeous. Happy, fluty
jellyfish.
Sweet little.
And sorry, Oleg, what did you get? Was it 12?
12, yeah.
12? Okay. Going through the room, you begin to notice quite quickly not many of these books are in common. There are a few in Elvish, so you kind of do pick up on those. There are obviously a few in common, but a majority of them are in, well, I don't know, what languages do you speak?
Elvish, Common, and Sylvan.
Yeah, there's not... The large majority are in a language that you're not familiar with. And that kind of goes with a lot of the stuff in the room. It is kind of marked in an unfamiliar language. So yeah, you don't really find anything in specific regards to talking plants or in anything really on plants, at least in the languages you can understand. The Gima, you got kind of a low one. You kind of you catalog, but you spend a lot of your time with Maggie. Like Maggie kind of takes a bit of a shine to you, and you see Faradok is with you. It's like, well, she doesn't like. I mean, she's very friendly. She likes people, but she's normally, you know, kind of like not that quick to get to know people. She likes you. It's sweet.
I'm starting to think it's possible you may not have enslaved this creature. So that's
what? What? No, no, of course not. No, he's like, Maggie, did I enslave you? And she does that guilty look again, like, like Scooby-Doo. He's like, no, she's cool.
Poor
She's
guy.
alright. Oh no, I'll think about that for a while now.
These questions about his life.
Oh my god, what have I done? He's not going to get
Why
any
am
sleep
I
at all.
still an apprentice? What is happening?
Who am I?
Stop making me question everything. Can I have a breakdown? I can see in his eyes.
It's like,
Poor guy.
this is a difficult day and so many ranging emotions.
All right, bud. Remember the cool thing you get to look at.
Yeah, that was very
Later.
cool. That was super cool. So Hikari and Solace with your 15s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that with advantage? He got 15. That's still good.
Yes.
That's really good. I don't know why I'm laughing. That's really good. All right. So you find, Solace, you kind of go into the back corner a bit. You find a bunch of things. Like, once again, you find like a lot of crates and junk. But you find this rather lovely
Can I
looking.
say-
Yeah, go.
Sorry, can I
Yeah.
say, if possible, she would be looking a little bit for stuff about the forests around, if there's anything to do with the forests around Tesoa. That's it, like very vaguely.
Cool.
Sorry.
What languages do you speak as well? I don't
I
think
speak-
anyone speaks this language. I'm just double checking.
I speak Common, Draconic, and Halfling.
Cool. There are definitely some like books in Draconic that you notice. None to do with the local area of Tesoa. A lot of them are like kind of spell based books. Like they have like arcana magical. Yeah. There are a small handful in Halfling, but they're to do with things like histories of trade within Wildemount. There's like a really odd account by a Halfling historian of like the history of Nicodranus and Port Damali and kind of like the building up of the port cities, and you get the sense maybe this was like a pioneering founding member of the Menagerie Coast, but it's a very old book written in Halfling, but it's kind of just tucked to the side.
Yeah.
Once again, no books kind of really stand out to you as like local area stuff, but there are still a lot in like languages you don't quite understand. Making your way kind of to the back, you find the only real things of interest is like a rather lovely cloak, and it's similar in the sense to how the bottles were. This thing seems to not attract dust in the same way as other things around it. But it is this large cloak that kind of hangs on this coat rack. And as you kind of, touch it and maybe try to grab it so you can start cataloging it, it shimmers slightly with like a bit of a sheen. Yeah.
Ooh, fucking cool. Hey.
Yes.
What's this?
You hold it up like, That appears to be he throws the book down. He's like, that appears to be a cloak.
Yeah, it's like sparkly though. Is that like the thread or is it something else?
I don't know. He looks. He's like, it is kind of sparkly. Let me.
Right?
Yeah, right. Let me look at it. And he once again casts Identify on it. There it is. And he's like, oh, this is old as well. Master Mordek, from what he told me anyway, when he started out, he had to kind of, get a bit of clout, a bit of reputation among social circles, and he used this on many occasions to kind of, I guess, look the part when you're starting up and you don't have much money. This sort of thing was quite helpful, and he identifies it as a coat of many fashions, which I shall read to you once. Oh, whoa, that is not what I typed. Combat my faith. Cloak. Sorry, I should have had these up.
That's okay.
Cloak of many fashions.
Just be careful, please.
So,
we can't see your screen.
Internet.
Yeah. He shares to you that the way this works is, while wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, colour, and apparent quality of the garment. The cloak's weight doesn't change. Regardless of its appearance, the cloak can't be anything but a cloak. Although it can duplicate the appearance of other magic cloaks, it doesn't gain their magical properties. And you see as he kind of like holds it out, it does have, the shimmer kind of is reminiscent of just changing. Like it doesn't seem to set in any, when you look at it, it looks a little bit different every time you look at it. And he's like, this is old garbage, to be honest. Like, he's got much nicer clothes now.
Oh, what?
You can have, honestly,
so cool,
you can have half, no, I can't say half this stuff. I'd get in trouble for that. But honestly, this stuff's kind of crap. Like, it's old. And he's like, look at this. And he holds up this old shield that has, like, this kind of laughing face on it. And he's like, this is garbage. Like, I could make this. Like, honestly.
It looks kind of cool, though.
And he kind of throws it to the side. He's like, yeah. Like,
he said,
honestly, this is gonna, I'll just finish this because, like, this, honestly, this stuff's kind of junk. Like, I can put this together for you for, like, as payment for the, I mean, if you want it, you could just toss it if you don't, but for helping catalog it, sure. And he kind of, like, makes a pile. The shield itself, it's like an iron shield, so it's, like, got a wooden base and then an iron front, and there's just this face on it. He's like, it's a party trick. Like, a lot of stuff in his kind of, you know, for just show, really. That one, like, and he holds it up. He holds up the shield, and it's got the kind of laughing face on it, and he holds it above his face, and you see the face on the front of the shield changes to, like, an angry face, and he pulls it down, and he's got an angry face. It's like, it's just, you know, it's just kind of a bit of fun. But, you know.
It's fun.
Yeah. And he holds it up again, and, like, it's the shield smiles, and he holds it down, he's like, yeah. You know what? I guess it is kind of fun. But
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, and he throws it in the pile with the cloak. Hikari, with your check, making your way around, you kind of moving more.
And
towards...
I am looking for maybe like journals.
Ooh, journals.
Written perhaps by a master Mordek.
What
Journals,
languages do you... Wait, I already know what languages you speak. Common and Elvish. Yeah, so there's... let's see. I'd say you're kind of more in the back area. Having already searched the desk, you didn't really find journals. You get the sense that this is not necessarily a place where Mordek would keep personal, like, journals like that. It's a lot more... like leftovers from the library. Apart from the occasional scrolls that you see lying around, a few other things, you find a few coin purses kind of lying out on a bench, or what do you assume to be coin purses. There's like a bunch of like ornamental weaponry on the back wall, none of which are flying. You notice, kind of after careful inspection. You got a 15. You find kind of fallen behind a crate what appears to be like a handful of playing cards or like game cards, and they're kind of fallen and just securely like you find like a handful of cards kind of fallen down the side, and they kind of catch your eye because they have like this slight sheen to them.
I will collect them.
Yep.
Alana's already over this stream and is
Game
already
over.
finding out how to destroy it.
You pull out
cards.
yeah, what appears to be six cards that have kind of like fallen down behind this thing, and they can't. Similarly, not too dusty, but they are like kind of dust them off a bit. Make an invest. You're looking at it, you see on the back of the cards is a symbol, and once again make an intelligence check for me looking at this symbol.
19.
Ooh, nice. You see what appears to be this symbol on the back of the card, so I'll hold up for you guys to see. I'll hold it up for the stream to see. Can you guys see it?
And
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. You see that kind of symbol on the back of the cards, as they all are kind of face down.
I look to see if anyone's looking in my direction.
Everyone's pretty occupied with their own.
I'm super
stuff.
excited with the cloak.
Yeah.
I look towards Doc,
Mm-hmm.
and I look towards Ace,
Mm-hmm.
and I look back at the cards, take a deep breath, and I put them in my sash.
Cool. Make a sleight of hand check as you pocket the cards.
Oh, that's good! Natural 18.
Ooh!
Plus 2, 20.
Plus 20? Alright.
Yes, plus 20. No,
Plus
18
20.
plus 18 plus 2.
38.
Plus 20, holy crap. Let me just quickly check. Okay, cool. Yep, you pocket them into your pocket. Great, yeah, but that's really the only thing of note you find apart from like all the other, like there's no real treasure, I guess. It is just like a boring old storeroom except for all these random assorted magic items that are just kind of laying around. Yeah, that's kind of what you find.
And then a few moments later, after putting them away, these are some interesting weapons along the wall.
Yes,
Is Mordek an antique collector of sorts?
I get, having seen these sorts of things before, this appears to be maybe things he might have chosen to animate, I guess, if he fancied. And he looks at the kind of the sturdy armor that's not moving. He's like, that one, I guess maybe he just decided not to. You've always got to be prepared as a mage, for people plundering your what you got. So, I think maybe not so much a weapons person himself. No, though. Like I've not seen him ever actually use a weapon.
So, where's his main house? This is just his holiday house, you said?
Yes,
Where does he
the Master Mordek is currently residing in his Port Damali residence. He is not here right now.
The Port Damali, so he's got multiple
His Port Damali
residences?
residence, yes, he's not here right now. Yeah, got multiple residences.
Okay, I'll just increase the value that I had assigned to him. It was obviously far too low, and it needs to be expanded significantly.
He's the Marvellous Mage Mordek. I mean...
Marvellous, indeed.
You don't
yes.
gain a title
Superb.
like that. He didn't name himself. No.
Oh, of course not.
No.
Don't people mostly with the weird
No,
extra
someone
stuff?
with that many houses. I mean, Why would you have to
Mansions,
name yourself?
most often.
It's like I named myself Ace.
Not houses, mansions.
Oh yes, my deepest apologies for calling them houses.
I don't mind. It's a nice house. Just,
Hey, what kind of weapons are up there?
Mordek's
Anything
Marvellous Mansions.
I-
What?
Could take
Weapons? You look and...
anything that's like for the taken?
Most of them are kind of just like plain steel weapons. Some you get the sense are ornamental. You can have a look. There's no like hammers or
Okay.
There is like a war axe like up on the wall if that's your sort of thing.
Yeah. So can I know you said like half, and then you corrected yourself, and then some garbage, etc., etc. Is that nice, pretty axe over there for taking potentially, maybe a little bit?
I've only just seen that. You look. This stuff's kind of junk.
You can say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, that's fair.
I think the thing.
I have my hammer.
Yeah, I mean it's a very nice hammer, but I don't quite know the
correct.
significance of those items. This stuff, like I said, is kind of junk. That stuff
Yeah.
might be important. I don't know.
That's fair. All right. Are you sure we
Um,
can take the cloak and the shield and that stuff? Are you positive?
Yeah.
Because
Just I mean, look at this place. It's a bit of a mess. Like I don't really think I didn't even know what's in here, and I've lived here 10 years, so I don't see this kind of going missing too much.
Well, no, nothing should go missing now, thanks to the new Oleg Ace decimal system.
It's like perfectly
In that we-
organized books.
Oleg has been druid crafting all of the little labels, so A has got a little druid
Oh my
crafted
God.
nice
How
emblem,
have you-
and B's got one, and C.
Make an intelligence check, Oleg, as you try to alphabetize books that in a language you don't speak.
Oh, that's
This
okay.
looks
That's
like an H.
17
It's probably-
plus 1, 18.
You do your best. It's you kind of like try to match symbols, and he goes through. He's like looking at the common. He's like, oh yeah, really good. And then he gets to like the Elvish. He's like, yeah, not bad. And then it gets to like the one that you're not familiar with. He's like, all right, we got a little off track here, but I mean, that's okay. They're still very neatly organized.
You've got the labels. I've done 2/3 of them. You just have to move them around a bit.
Oh yeah, I think I can manage that, right, Maggie? And Maggie, like, without hands, is like,
Oh, and a druid crafted a little crown for Maggie as well.
She
Got one of those little wooden
graciously
crowns, perched at a weird
accepts,
angle.
and you see Ferris like, oh my goodness, oh no, that's so adorable, Maggie, you look stunning. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Maggie, she's a very well-dressed person, but, like, anything to kind of make her feel, worth it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's, like, drooling.
Good done.
While everybody was and stuff, you can say no, but I was wondering if I could sit
I'd say
behind
no.
one of the bookshelves
Mm.
and just like I'm sitting on the pile of shelving, and I'm like Maggie, and is that okay? Can I do that?
You cut
It's
out
like-
a little bit there for me, Gima. You say you're sitting next to Maggie, and then what do you do?
Yeah. The books I was meant to be shelving,
Yep.
I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just talking to Maggie.
Yep.
And I just wanted to sorry that I didn't understand because I haven't met many people that I couldn't
Right.
talk to, and so I just wanted to show you why I cared, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on myself, and I'll fail the dexterity save.
Yeah.
But because of the radius, I have to make a dexterity.
Yeah.
But I'm like purposely casting on myself, but it would still
Right.
like
No, that's fine. You can choose to fail the save. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So you cast Fairy Fire on yourself, and you see Maggie kind of looks at you,
and sees you in the fairy fire and kind of sniffs at you and lays her head down on your leg, kind of approvingly.
Just because you're from the Fae, it meant that he could just tell you to do whatever, but it seems like you know yourself, and I was wrong, and I'm...
If a dog could do this, like, she would. Yeah. Yeah, she kind of relaxes with you as eventually the glow from the fairy fire disappears. But yeah. With that lovely scene, guys, I think we might finish there. Just because we are trying to keep it to a 2-hour-ish stream today. But yeah, you guys, having successfully defeated the monstrous armor, and then gotten to know lovely Doc a little bit more and the marvelous Mastiff Maggie, you guys now find yourselves still in the same room where we started, but, you know, maybe a little bit richer for it. Yeah.
And it's been like a couple of hours now because we've been cataloging.
Oh yeah, exactly. You guys, I'd say that probably constitutes a short rest. But having succeeded on this task and having made a new friend and kind of made strides towards possibly finding out what this slug creature is, you're leveled up. So I think before we finish up here, we'll roleplay it a bit, your level up, in terms of, because obviously level 3, most people know, is where you get, well, at least 2 of you will get some significant features. Everyone gets features, but significant subclass features. So what we'll say is we'll probably roleplay that a little bit more, like play it in naturally, but we're going to roll some hit dice. For we are hit dice heroes, and that is what we do. So, we might go around one by one. Nico, would you like to roll your D8? See what you get. This also gives you guys a bit of a chance for the next 2 weeks to prepare your characters for the level up.
God bless.
1 second.
I missed what you said. Why you were... I missed the caveat you were saying about some people get specific things.
Yeah, so at 3rd level, Hikari and Solace choose their subclass for their...
Yeah, but were you saying... Were you mentioning that because of something about next stream? Or...
Oh yeah, just the idea that, like, personally I've always found it weird when you level up and, like, suddenly I can do all this cool shit. So we might, like, work it into the story, you guys.
That's what I thought you
with
said,
your new
but I was
features,
just checking.
How'd you go, Hikari?
I shall roll. Do I add my con modifier?
Well, for when you enter it into D&D Beyond, it does it automatically, so...
Does it automatically. Gotcha.
So...
8!
8!
Nice.
8! So you get an
Great
extra
start.
9 HP. Holy crap. There's going to be 2 animated armors next time. Alright, Gima, you're up next. So you get a D8 for you as well, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh man, I rolled a 1.
Reroll that. We reroll ones.
Yeah.
Ones crap.
4.
Nice. 4's really good. And you've got a +2 to your con. Nice. So that's an extra 6 for you. I can see it on the screen. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. Solace, Maya, you go.
Alright, that's a D12.
Yeah.
What should I use? I'll use my gay dice. Hey, look, it's a rainbow.
Okay, does. I put like a bit of lively music on.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, that's 9.
Ooh, 9. Sorry, that sounded really like kind of disingenuous. Like, ooh, 9.
Oh, 9. Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good stuff. Phil, how'd you go?
It's a D8, is it?
For a cleric, it might. It's on. Let me check quickly.
Short rest. Yeah, D8. My hit dice are a D8.
Yes, there you go.
Then yeah.
This is the worst possible music I just picked.
2.
2. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. It's still 2 more hit points than you had before. Excellent. Well, guys, thank you so much for playing D&D with me.
Yeah, thank you for DMing for us.
Oh, you're welcome. This is honestly so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn this music off because it's dreadful. You guys can't hear it at the moment. It's bad vibe music. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone that stuck around in chat, that watched live. Thank you to all the people listening in our podcast form and also watching on YouTube. This is super exciting. We really enjoy doing this. And keep an eye out on our social media. Everything is at Hit Dice Heroes. We like to kind of keep things rolling throughout the 2 weeks when we're not streaming, so we'll always be putting stuff up, various things for you kind of just to snack on and enjoy in between sessions. But yeah, unless anyone else has anything to say. Crickets.
Maya, do you want to go ahead and link the...
Yes, we'll do that again.
Yeah, I was going to do that one more time. I'll pop it in the chat one more time right at the end here.
Yeah.
And then also, if you're interested in looking at them beyond this, I have on my Instagram account, Critical Role Memes, I have a highlight that has all of those links in them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for loving each other and being good people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Love you. All right. Catch you next time.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.